as the 7th generation of the Golf winds down, as we prepare to welcome the Mark 8 Golf. Well, hopefully. Volkswagen has begun introducing some special editions to commemorate or to remind us or to celebrate the end of a generation. Now, normally, those cars would be known as Wolfsburg Edition cars. But, and I'm not complaining, this is the Mark 7 GTI Rabbit. Yes, as a wink wink nod nod to the first generation GTI, which we received in the early 80s. Yes, it was called the Rabbit and not the Golf, for I should know this, but I forget the reasons. Anyway, point being is, for 2019, you can still buy a regular Mark 7 GTI, and it starts at $30,845. You can also get an Autobahn, which is the top line car, which, well, unless you really want leather seats, there's no point in buying. $36,145. And my Rabbit, this Rabbit, starts at $33,995. There's the Rabbit badge. My car has a 7-speed DSG, which adds an extra $1,400, and the driver assist package, which is another $1,750, for a grand total of $37,145. I would definitely get a Rabbit. I would not get the driver assist package, and as good as the DSG is, I'll tell you more about that in a moment, I would skip that too. You want to know what the name is, eh? This is a specific color, special color for the Rabbit. It's called Cornflower Blue. Isn't it not wonderful? Also included with the Rabbit, because I should tell you these things as well, are these 18-inch Pretoria black wheels, which are quite lovely. See, although this car is old, it's still really, it has aged tremendously well. Okay, sorry. You get the Fender audio. I might get to showing you that on the inside, the start-stop button. And the kicker, the DCC, Dynamic Chassis Control. I'll tell you a lot more about that in a few moments. Otherwise, this is your standard Golf, which means a usable boot. No, it's not huge, but it is usable. Absolutely usable. This also, see, carpets. That's where you put carpets. A very usable boot. Not huge, but it's usable. Okay, I'll shut up. The back seats. Look at this. Look at the amount of room here. Right? Oh, just in case you forget, Le Rabbit. This is what I love about this car. All right, my driving position. Loads of leg room. I'm not showing you anything different. This is not new. Yes, that's my daughter's seat, or at least the base for her seat. Fits in there beautifully. My son's seat goes in there. It fits nicely in there as well. And you just saw a glimpse of what you get in all, well, the base GTI and the Rabbit Clark cloth seats. Now, Volkswagen Canada, it may show up on Monday with leatherette seats. I'm not sure. They may disappear. Again, there isn't really anything new on the inside. There's your start-stop button. 8-inch screen, which works beautifully well. I mean, you got buttons on the side which are static, but everything in the middle evolves, and then you have menus that pop up. I didn't wait long enough for them to disappear. Wonderful, superb gauges. There's your 7-speed DSG stick. That's an important button. Your drive modes. That's what the screen looks like, and that's the custom I'm going to talk to you about in a few moments. That's it. It's a GTI. It's a Golf. It's fantastic on the inside, and it drives just as hot as that cornflower blue color. What I love about the Golf GTI is you always get exactly what you expected. Unlike other hot hatches, you don't get lots of power, terrible steering, decent brakes, questionable handling. No, you get the power, the handling, the comfort, the equipment, the styling, the refinement. It's all there. I've driven a Civic Si, which at one point in time was this car's absolute total nemesis. And the latest Si is, it's not quick enough, or it's not responsive enough, or it's too heavy, it doesn't ride as well. it's not as well sorted as it should be. And that kind of breaks my heart because I was a huge fan of the Civic Si. But the thing with getting what you expect from a GTI, that has always been the case. Well, Mark 1, Mark 2, all generations of the car. And I've driven them all, both in North America and in Europe. So a 1.88 valve in the Mark 1, a 2-liter 16 valve in the Mark 2, which I happen to own a Mark 2. Jetta, not a Golf. Mark 3 with the VR6, the 1.8 turbo in the Mark 4, the 2-liter TSI in the Mark 5, and so on and so on. And all of them deliver on all accounts. And this latest Mark 7 Rabbit edition GTI is exactly that. The 2-liter TSI, 228 HP, 258 pound-feet of torque is an ideal power to weight ratio. Speaking, is the ideal, absolute perfect amount of power. You can use all of it and for an extended period of time as opposed to getting on and then off and whatever. And although I would have loved the stick, right, for 33 and change, the 7-speed DSG, which was once reserved only for the Golf R and Audis before that, is the best way to go fast, to get more fuel efficiency, which currently is not really good because I'm driving like a moron, but I mean, you can do 8s without really trying, especially with the 7-speed DSG. And it's the best way to actually get all that power out of that 2-liter engine. And what I mean by it delivers on every point and there are no corners cut. Steering is brilliant. There's no slop on center. And I'm in normal right now because there are drive modes, right? So, drive modes, let's get right into it. What's specifically cool about the Rabbit is that you get dynamic chassis control, which you also get in the Golf R. So your dampers have settings. Right now, everything, actually, the ideal drive mode for me is always custom because it is completely set up to exactly the way I want it. Steering is in normal. Sport is fine, prefer normal. And dampers, dynamic chassis control, also set up in normal for, I won't say a plush, cushy ride, but a very controlled, very comfortable ride over these terrible, terrible roads. I don't know. The brakes feel great. Big discs all around. Big calipers. The seats are unbelievable. For $35,000, give or take, convince me otherwise that there is a better hot hatch than the GTI. Civic Si? Okay, never mind hot hatch. Hot compact car. Veloster is fine. It's cool, but it doesn't have that same aura of refinement and grown-upness, which I've come to need, I suppose, at my age. Because the GTI and I are the exact same age, coincidentally. Focus ST is dead. The Elantra Sport is kind of cool, too. I don't know. Convince me otherwise. There isn't anything else. GTI, it's just the way to go. And even the basic car at just over $30,000, it's brilliant. That's it.